What happens when you have one player hide behind a solid wall and you have another player shoot at them? Nothing. Nothing happens. Alright, thank you very much for watching, but within the GTA PvP community there exists a well-known glitch that allows you to defy all of the laws of physics and somehow shoot a target through a wall.
Nice shot!
It's true. In certain circumstances it's possible to shoot other players as well as NPCs at times through buildings, walls and objects. But how? Well, there already exist quite a few videos on this subject, and as I did research on this glitch and the more videos that I watched, the more and more confused I got, because as I would watch videos on the subject and then think that I would fully understand everything that's going on, I would then try to attempt the glitch in-game and it wouldn't work. For context, this is how the glitch is described to work by the majority of content creators who've already made a video on this glitch.
If what you are shooting at is far enough away from the shooter, the collision physics are ignored, allowing you to shoot through whatever you shoot at and connect a bullet to any player or NPC hiding behind it.
But the glitch has more to it than just that, so let's dive right in and see what's going on. Obviously, to be able to do any of what you're about to see in this video, you will either need a thermal lens helmet or a thermal lens scope for you to be able to do any of this, unless you have the psychic reflexes of Agent 47. The basics. GTA 5's collision calculations, that being your player interacting with the ground or any object that's in the scene, or how cars drive on the road, are calculated only within the vicinity around the player. We can see this in effect if we use modding tools to spawn in objects. Here is my player character. Now let's highlight an object and bring the camera far away from the player. When the camera gets far enough away, you'll see that the object that we've highlighted is no longer clamping to the ground for placement. That's because the physics collision is no longer present in this area, and if we attempt to place a vehicle in this zone, such as in mid-air, instead of dropping down to the ground like you would expect it to, it instead just hovers in place. This works a little differently when it comes to bullets though. Obviously shooting guns can be done over a very long distance, so the game calculates hit detection for bullets at a much further distance. So far away buildings will stop a bullet if one should collide with it. Simple enough. But this has its limits. At excessively long distances, the collision can become rather weird, allowing for equally weird things to happen. If a bullet is shot through an object that is exceptionally far away from the player, there is a chance that the collision will be non-existent, allowing for the shot bullet to pass right through and hit anything that is hiding behind it. But here is where this guide differs from the rest, because it isn't just distance that matters. The object, angle, and sometimes even just randomness can dictate whether or not a bullet can pass right through solid objects or not. Here we have an example of the glitch working. I'm stood on top of Maze Bank, shooting down below at a neighbouring building. I managed to shoot through a solar panel to hit a player who is hiding on the other side. Later on we try the exact same setup and I'm unable to hit the player to save my life. What's going on? Well, we're not sure, though through all of the testing that we did, the only thing that we managed to find was a way to check if the bullet collision is going to work or not, and thus be able to tell if your bullets will shoot through a wall that you're aiming at. To check if a surface is compatible for shooting through, closely observe the thing that you're shooting at. If you see bullet impact effects, then this tells you that the collision is working correctly, and you won't be able to shoot through. This isn't a definite way to see this because as you can see here, I'm shooting at this wall at the hangar, and while there are no bullet hit effects, it's still not going through the wall. There's even more to this glitch. If you're playing on PC and you turn down the distance scaling option, this will reduce the level of detail that the world renders, forcing some distant objects to cull out at a certain distance. This comes in very handy because not only do a lot of objects like water closets and cargo boxes get heavily affected by distant shooting, they can often just disappear outright, leaving the target thinking that they are hiding behind solid cover, while on your screen they're stood out in the open. You can zoom in and out using the scope of a rifle to affect this further, and though I can't confirm if this helps with shooting through walls, it does help you out when the player is trying to hide behind objects. But as a whole, the shooting players through buildings and objects glitch is something that while you can't entirely rely on to make a kill, it is definitely something you should try out if the conditions are just right. Hell, you might be able to even make a popular Reddit post with the clip that you save. Let me know in the comments of any special advanced game mechanic that you'd like me to research and make a video on. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.